It's week 1 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Commanders and the Patriots. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Washington Commanders and the New England Patriots. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they can earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings...
Make plays, y'all. Make plays. Oh, you ain't seen it like that. Who's going to make a play? You don't like it. Me and you, baby.
First down, and they'll start with Algier. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. From the gun, it's Morgan. That is incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Morgan. And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the draw is Taylor, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, Trent, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
Starting the drive with Algier. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing from the gun is Morgan. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Algier will try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 17 there, good for a Commander's first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And this complete to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's interference. Defense.
That's not good enough, man.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mahomes. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more on that one and another first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Mahomes throw into the hands of Pitts here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Mahomes now to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. On third down, here's Taylor. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They'll run here with Taylor. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jonathan Taylor drawing closer to Jerry Rice with career touchdown number 206. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. New England's offense set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Set to throw is Morgan. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off of a play fake, here's Morgan. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On 2nd, here's Algier. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now Mahomes. And this one is incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
To throw again on 2nd down. Morgan, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Get something going.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Morgan looks to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
A give for Taylor running right side. Down inside the 40. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So many times in my career, coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
handoff. This is Taylor. Oh, what a move. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Algier with another carry. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morgan dumps this one off to Algier. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Morgan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Jack Fox now. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts. 36 yards. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Here's Morgan. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he works free. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Morgan. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Handing it off, right side, Algier. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. So 1st down, and they'll stick with Algier. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Morgan thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes, he'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On the handoff, Taylor. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put your managing risk. This is a big decision here.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this
Personal
might be a
foul.
roughing call.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
No!
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing now is Morgan. That's thrown underneath to Algier. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 31, Morgan. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Morgan. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Mahomes now on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Mahomes going to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now here's Mahomes. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
First down, and they'll start with Algier.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Here's Morgan to throw.
The open man here, Renfro. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Morgan. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will have a Patriots first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Algier now up the middle.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Operating from the gun, Morgan. And that is incomplete.
Told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Following the fumble recovery, Morgan. Catch, and oh, he coughed it up. And he's got room.
Down inside the 10.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Algier going straight ahead.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On second down and 4, Mahomes. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On the draw is Taylor. Oh, able to avoid him.
Holding offense.
That's what I'm frustrated about, man.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Shifts by him, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. He got 29 yards that time.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Set to throw is Morgan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Morgan looks to throw it. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Come on, homie.
A CD that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Throwing again on second down. Morgan back to Renfro again, complete. On
the give. Algier headed left. On the move past the 40. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Morgan. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Morgan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing from the gun is Morgan. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Touchdown, Patriots! Hunter Renfro, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. From the gun, it's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. Ooh, with a juke. And he's taken down inside the 30. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back to Taylor on first down. Oh, good move. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Touchdown, Washington.
Kyle Pitts. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was the tight end, Kyle. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Washington, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.